Good afternoon to any and all. Welcome to the White River Fish Sanctuary. This is one of our beginning live drone patrols. Here we are on our White River Prospect Patrol route. Our drone is currently flying at 120 meters above sea level, headed in a eastward direction from the mouth of the White River to Prospect Plantation. What I'm going to focus on today is one of the White River pillars, which is, of the three, we have protect, restore, and engage. And today I'm going to talk about our restore program, which for White River mainly takes the form of coral restoration. So for those who don't know, corals are one of the most important marine ecosystems in the world and the Caribbean, because over a quarter of all marine life spends at least some portion of its life using or living on coral reefs. So they are one of the main marine ecosystems we have in the Caribbean and the world at large. Corals are living organisms. They are a colony of organisms that form the structures that form the coral reef itself. They're hundreds, thousands, millions of identical organisms that are called corallites, that live within the outer layer of corals and form the live skin of the corals, and they produce the calcium carbonate skeleton that forms the structure of the corals. In Jamaica in particular, coral reefs have been affected very badly over the many years, and that's for a multitude of reasons. Bad fishing practices in Jamaica, sedimentation and pollution, human-based pollution, global warming, which has led to ocean warming, which has led to coral bleaching, which is when the corals turn white and they die from excess warmth in the water. Disease events, human-borne disease events, unidentified disease events, invasive species, excess predation, many different issues that we've faced over the years have caused a massive loss of live coral coverage in the world in general, but in Jamaica in particular, because we've suffered all of these issues. In certain parts of Jamaica, you have as low coral coverage as, averaging, 5 to 10% in specific areas. Jamaica was once the top dive destination in the world. All divers from Europe, all divers from North America came to the Caribbean and came to Jamaica to dive, because it was one of the top dive destinations in the world, because we had such amazing coral reefs. So at the White River Fish Sanctuary, what we do to restore our environment is we've embarked on a coral restoration program. And so what does that mean? The coral restoration program is we've identified the species of corals that were hardest hit in Jamaica, which would be acroporid corals. They're historically the most dominant coral species on the Caribbean and Jamaican reefscape. and it be commonly known as staghorn corals, elkhorn corals, and prolifera corals, or fused staghorn corals. These are branching corals and reef-building corals, and fast-growing, which means that they're in good conditions. They should be growing at about 1 inch per month. So what we have done at White River is we have gone out into the environment and found strong, still existing acroporid corals, and we've taken samples of those corals, and we break them down into much smaller pieces, and we load them into coral nurseries. And these coral nurseries, they are structures that we build and deploy at